guys, welcome back to the TIC YouTube channel. I'm Coach Indy. We're on episode 8 of the Predicting Player Future Moves segment on the channel. Now, if you haven't watched any of our recent segments on episode 7, 6, 5, etc, etc, I will leave the description below for episode 7. Go and check it out, and then go and check out the rest as well. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so, and then drop it a like and leave a comment at the end of the video saying if you agreed with this player. Today's player is a man who does this. That's right, it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, aka DCL. The Calvert-Lewin is a striker that plays for Everton. He did start his career at Sheffield United and had a few loan spells, so he went to Stourbridge and Northampton in League 2 at the time, and obviously now he's at Everton where he's absolutely doing bits. So Calvert-Lewin is a centre forward, plays traditionally as a single 9, however I think he can play as a double 9 as well. I think we have seen that at times when him and Richarlison play up front together. He did start his career when he broke into the Everton team. Did play out wide a little bit, so I think if push comes to shove he could play out wide, given some of his attributes are his pace and his dribbling ability. So let's talk about some of DCL's attributes, his strengths if you like. Touch on his pace. Obviously he likes to threaten the space in behind, and he's very, very good at it. By doing that he also creates some space for the likes of James, Gylfi Sigurdsson when he plays. His spring for me is best in the Premier League amongst all players. For me, the only person that really comes close to him is Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's probably better than him, and then DCL comes second. So his hang time is absolutely frightening. That actually helps him with his heading ability, being able to time his jumps, also jump a little bit earlier, knowing that he can stay in the air for longer, allows him to get his head to the ball a lot of the times as well. His physicality is very good. You can often play a long ball into him and he can deal with a centre half or two, either take one in the back or just lay it off. And I think he's quite intelligent as well. When he does get the ball from a long ball, he knows when to play one touch, two touch, or when to spin off behind as well. So Calvert-Lewin is 23 years old. He seems like he's been around forever. Burst on the scene when he was 17, 18 years old. He's also English, which we'll touch on a bit more in a second. But obviously, given the fact he is English, that adds a bit of a premium in the Premier League, especially if a transfer has been made from English club to English club. Now, Everton signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin for around £1.5 million from Sheffield United. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, so he was definitely a teenager growing into a man's body at the time. I've got him valued around £60 million. Now, there is a few reasons for that. One, he's actually having, in terms of goal scoring this season, a phenomenal season. I think he's up there in terms of the very best, the top 3 or 4 top goal scorers in the English Premier League. On top of that, he had a strong back end of last season in terms of goals as well. But if you look beyond this season and the back end of last season, I think he's been playing really, really well. All the details of how he plays and his intelligence as a striker is very, very good. Also, he has now made his debut for England. He's made 5 appearances and scored 2 goals. That is probably only going to get better, and he'll get more chances because Harry Kane can't play every game for England. So let's talk about my prediction. That's why you're all here, let's be honest. The time of recording, it is January 2021. That is my prediction date. My move date, I'm going for the summer of 2022. I think he's going to move between 70 and 80 million pounds. So that only leaves 18 months or so for him to get a move. If he continues on this path, i.e. has a consistent season scoring throughout the whole season. Bear in mind last season had a strong back end of the season, so that's half a season. This season, if he continues doing really, really well and scores throughout the season consistently, and then potentially if they're in Europe next season and does well there, that's obviously going to catch even more eyes in terms of European teams as well, because obviously people recognise he can do it on the continent as well. And then for 70 to 80 million pounds, I think because I value him at 60 million pounds now, he's only going to improve and his valuation will just go up. There you have it, guys. Episode 8 completed. Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Do you agree with my prediction, or do you think he's just going to stay at Everton the rest of his career, or maybe even regress? I don't think he's going to regress. But I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. If you do like this type of video, please drop it a like, leave a comment as well, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. We'll see everyone next time.